Hello, hello. Well, that's a really thorough introduction. So I think let's just kick the ball. So yeah, basically, yeah, you can see the product there. So basically, I'll just do 10 minutes of hopefully some entertainment on the story behind what actually happened and how did we get to that point, what you can actually see physically. So the story began with my bicycle journey from London to Tokyo, over 30,000 kilometers across Eurasia. I didn't like the tent, couldn't cross the water, didn't have enough luggage, and pretty much started prototyping this thing when I was still in Shanghai on the road in China. It made sense because the tricycles there, it's all congested, you kind of think small, and that's how it pretty much all began. So after 4 years on the road, 30,000 kilometers, I decided I would come back home, start a company and do this thing. So this is the first prototype, real functional prototype, and it really caught the eye. I mean, we got into all sorts of media. This was right when the COVID kicked in spring 2020. The perfect social distancing tool, people were saying. We were exposed to all sorts of media, and sort of initial pre-orders started coming in. And I kind of thought, okay, well, here's your proof of concept, and why not really going from there? So I got the first initial investments from angel investors. We joined a business incubator in Latvia, and we kind of, started going from there. Currently, the same prototype is exhibited at Deutsches Museum in Nuremberg in Germany. So we are a startup with a product that's already a museum piece, which I think is pretty cool. And then we built the second one. I mean, that's already with a team of engineers, and I wasn't alone anymore. And we built the second prototype to really show that it's not only about my crazy traveling idea. This is actually for families, for romantic getaways, for everyday mobility. And most importantly, we wanted to demonstrate that the main thing is the rentals, really. Like, you can imagine that, okay, it's quite expensive. This model is probably going to be, with VAT included, about 20,000 euros. But to rent it for like 100 euros a day, I think that's pretty kind of, people can imagine that and can really relate to that. So now we just, the prototype that you can see here, which is finally, we say it's production ready. This is iteration number 3. No more 3D printed parts. It's all industrially built, indestructible, stainless steel, vacuum infused and whatnot. So it's like a Formula One quality. We redesigned some of the things that didn't really work. We have better boat motors. Interior is bigger. And there's lots of, people say don't, do these endless iterations, but because it's a completely new vehicle, we wanted to kind of make sure that we introduce this to the market in a way that people try it and they say, wow, this is amazing. And it is what it is. It's one thing is to look at it. Just 2 days ago, I was on a lake for 12 kilometers, and now I'm on the second floor in central Riga. So it is a really, really cool experience. And we basically started already production, low volume production. We're doing the very first commercially sold delivery to Switzerland on the 1st of June. So we're really close to the market. So in terms of production, we do it basically in Valmiera, regionally in Latvia. The composites actually made in Rauna, in a small town here in Latvia. And anyways, we are ready to do the production. So now, but our Norwegian grant story is about the idea of building the DIY kit model, which is a self-buildable, self-assembly kit, which is much like a IKEA product that comes on a Euro pallet. You put it together with your family, and off you go. So this was also really a push from one of our investors in Singapore. And that's what we always thought, this is how we're going to scale, because that's obviously very difficult to build. Let's do a simpler version. With Norway Grant, we basically agreed to do three different prototypes. We've built the first one. We're currently working on the second one. The first one is functional, but I mean, there's a lot of different things that we want to improve in terms of functionality. So we are far ahead, and we'll be building the other 2 prototypes in the next few months. We're working with a partner in Novaltex Oslo. They advising us on sustainability. So yeah, as I mentioned, we've got lots of media publicity worldwide, and because of that, we are proud to say that we don't really pay for any marketing. We have organic growth. We have 165 pre-orders worth of 2 million euros, and that's all organic, just based on our website. So so yeah, we're currently doing a small bridge round. We've been able to raise about almost 300k euros from angel investors in the Baltics, Singapore, and the US. And we're currently raising a small bridge round to really get the first 20 to 30 units built, so we can push them in the market, and we can scale, and we can actually attract some more kind of funds and VC funding. I think that's it from me now. I'd be happy to take questions, and I could talk forever, but I'll stop here.
Yeah, please, questions. I have the first one. Why BeTRITON?
Well, we actually started as Triton was a given, because as a kid I used to catch these small tritons. We call them in Latvia tritons. It's actually newt, I think, in English. But yeah, it's a works for three things. So bike, boat, camper. So that's why kind of the whole tri thing. It actually started with Z-Triton, because we started at my ancestral house called Zeltiņi in Latvia, and we thought that we would give all our products Z prefix to, so it was Z-Triton. But then obviously everyone knows that Z started appearing on these stupid tanks, and we had to rebrand. As soon as I saw that first Z, we thought that we have to rebrand. So B now is more, it's actually a nice call to action. BeTRITON, be brave. People on Facebook suggesting that as soon as we rebranded that, you know, be brave, BeTRITON, and everyone likes the new B thing. So yeah, so that's how pretty much it all evolved. Currently it's BeTRITON. I don't know it's going to probably be something else in a couple of years.
You have talked to us about a really great way how the project is developing. But please tell us more about the challenges you're actually facing, and in which areas you see them more.
I mean, I don't want to moan, but I think that the kind of, obviously, hardware not being popular is really the worst thing here. I mean, you know, everyone is into digital world, and it's just so bloody ridiculous. I mean, you know, we still live in the physical world, and it's, you know, you see all these startups in digital world getting like 40 million funding, and then you're like building rocket ship here. And you know, being always underfunded. I think, you know, funding is, but that's for every startup. So, but it's just being hardware startup. Obviously, it makes it a lot more difficult. But then some people today were saying, look, like things are shifting. The new generation is going to be into hardware. Things are shifting. So everything's going to be fine. So apart from funding, obviously, there's a lot of technical challenges. You know, certification, everything that comes to that. But these are nice kind of challenges. Only if we had time and resources to work on these. I mean, this is the kind of, you know, cream that you wish that you could just spend forever kind of trying to perfect everything. So I would say, yeah, that's you know, and kind of proving that. And proving that that vehicle has a place in the market, I think that's probably the most challenging. Because I believe, I have no doubt, we'll be selling 4,000 units in the next 5 years, but then going to the investors and kind of convincing them that that's the case, it's a different thing. Everyone has their own gut feeling, and sheep are following something, so it's hard.
Maybe there are more questions, because I have many.
Please, from the audience.
Okay, when are we going to see BeTRITON in the streets of Riga, maybe?
Next week.
Next week?
Yeah, Tech Chill, we'll be cycling around.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. And for rent?
Yeah, well, for rent, I mean, as you saw last summer, we were going on the canal and we were crossing Daugava. We'll be doing rentals in Smiltene, actually. It's just because we are based in Valmiera, and Smiltene is where we started, and the local municipality is helping us with the plots, with the slipway into the lake, and you know, it's more kind of natural around there and more quiet. The roads are more quiet. So we're starting there. So if you want to do the rental, so yeah, please email. We'll publicly launch the rental calendar soon. But we're doing test rentals in Smiltene in July. But also if you're in Switzerland, then Lake Constance is another option to do it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.